Hey guys, we wanted to share our experience delivering our little baby girl.
So we just have lots of videos from the experience itself. We have lots of pictures, and then we'll just kind of talk about it in between with what happened. We are doing this mostly because we are bored due to the quarantine that's going on right now.
Yeah.
But stay tuned. We'll show you lots of videos, lots of pictures, and just kind of tell you our side of it and our perspectives. We are currently in bed.
Hi. Oh man.
What a day.
It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day. The hospital was supposed to call us. They said sometime between 6 and 9, but we didn't actually talk to the nurse until like 9:30. And she told us that the hospital is super booked. And so
We're having her in a bathtub.
No. There's apparently everybody's having babies tonight, so they're gonna give us a call early in the morning and give us a better time frame of when to come in. So we're gonna try to go to sleep. We'll see how that works. And then we'll just wait for that phone call and then
Just
head
wanted to
over.
say it's past midnight, so we're having a baby today. Today.
At least we're getting started today.
We're having it today.
I love you.
Love you. Good night.
Okay guys, so it's now 6:22. We just got the call from the hospital. They want us to meet them at 7:30 to deliver a baby. So we are getting ready right now. That's Sadie. Getting ready. Katie's in the shower right now. Let's deliver a baby! Woo!
So I have eaten. Valen is making his food right now.
I'm exhausted already.
He's so tired already. How excited are you for this baby?
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Show everybody your new shirt.
This is my new sweatshirt. It's my secret snack pack sweatshirt. It's got a giant pocket I can fit my arm in.
Hey, we're saying goodbye to this home until we have a baby.
Sandwich.
Okay, we're on our way. Pulling in.
Snap.
Labor and delivery right there.
This is
Oh
happening.
my god.
This is happening.
Labor and delivery parking. Here we are.
I'm setting up the PlayStation.
Oh my god.
It's so we can watch movies too. It's not just for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm all hooked up. We're going. They're gonna be in just a little bit. They're gonna start me on Pitocin. Valen
is playing some gamage.
playing video games while I take a nap. We'll see how much sleep I get.
As you can tell in the video, we got to the hospital. They started Katie on the Pitocin. We were on that Pitocin for how long before you got the epidural?
So I went into active labor. Got there at 7:30. I was in labor by 8 o'clock. And I labored for about, I'd say 8 hours. So for 8 hours I was laboring and I didn't have an epidural yet. And my contractions were about 2 minutes apart from each other.
Wasn't dilating at all.
And I wasn't dilating. I was actually staying at a 1 the entire time. I never got past a 1. My contractions were looking great and they were awesome and they were super strong and they were being timed perfectly, but my body just would not dilate. And I was really scared for an epidural because I hate needles. But it got to the point where I was maxed out on Pitocin. They couldn't give me any more and my body still just wasn't doing anything, so they came in and explained that the next step is kind of like a balloon like thing, whatever. They put like 2 balloons full of water on either side of the cervix, and what it does is it just puts lots of pressure on your cervix and try to
It acts as the baby's head, because when your water breaks, the baby's head sits right on the cervix and it kind of opens it up. So it's pretty much just tricking your body into thinking that the water's broken already.
And she was doing great the whole time. Her heart rate, all the doctors were talking about how awesome she was doing through all the contractions. Her heart rate stayed really steady the entire time. But once they told me that they were gonna put 2 balloons on either side of my cervix, that's when I was like, okay, I'm really nervous. So I got the epidural, and that was probably the most painful part of the whole thing was the epidural. Afterwards, it felt great. The only thing with the epidural, though, is that it actually made me kind of sick.
Yeah, it makes you nauseous.
Made me very
Doesn't
nauseous.
happen with some people. It made her nauseous. Though.
Made me very sick, very nauseous, and my blood pressure was actually dropping with the epidural.
So Katie just got her epidural. How you feeling, Katie?
Feeling good.
Feeling
Not
good?
really feeling anything.
It's all numbed up?
All numb.
Good. Yeah, so now we're just waiting.
We can do it.
We can do it.
Wayne, like John Wayne.
I love you.
Love you.
And so
We had a lot of family in there.
we had so many people
A lot
in
of the
there.
times they'll leave it up to you who you want, or sometimes the doctors will just say have one family member in there with you while they're doing it. We had my grandparents, we had my parents, your parents.
My
there.
entire family.
They were all
and
right
I'm
in the
oldest
room
of
watching.
6, so everyone was right there. And I'm like, look, if you want to see it, you know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
There's no secret. My lips are blue in most of these videos because the only thing that I could actually eat during this entire time was a slushie. And so it was
Kept
blue
getting
raspberry
slushies.
slushies, and I just kept getting them because I couldn't drink anything else. I couldn't eat anything else. So that was the only thing that was like keeping me going. And so you'll see in the videos I have like blue lips all over.
So we're in the delivery room, and this is how many people we got with us. There's Grandpa back there, Dino, Macy, Drew, and then we got this whole clan behind us. Katie's still doing good.
Oh, my tongue's blue.
We are ready. Ready for this baby.
The nurse kept coming in to check every half hour or so, and wasn't dilating the entire night. Nothing was happening. I was just sitting up all night, losing sleep, just freaking out because I wanted her to be able to dilate because we didn't want to do a C-section. She was really nervous about it. Her mom had to do a C-section.
My
on
mom
all of
never
her kids.
dilated from a 1, so she had 6 C-sections
Yep.
for all kids.
So we were really nervous about it. So it was about 6 a.m. Katie woke up. She was really nauseous. So I got up and I was like, what do you need me to do? And she said, go get me a slushie. I'm about to throw up, or get me a throw up bag. So I ran over to get her a throw up bag. She starts throwing up, and I'm just like, great. She's throwing up. She's not dilating. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Blah, it's out." And I was like, what? What's out? She's like, the balloon is out. So we pull the covers back, and sure enough, her balloon had fallen out. The nurse comes in, and she's like, yep, it fell out. And we start checking her, and she's like, you're at a 6.
Okay, it is 6:05 in the morning. I just threw up, but it actually turned out to be really good. So I'm at a 6, and hopefully they'll come in to break my water soon, and we'll be able to see our little girl. So we're excited.
The nurse came in. She came to check. Katie was like, I think my water broke. And the nurse was like, well, we'll see. You can usually mean a few things if you feel like a trickle like that. It could just be the epidural or anything like that. So she checks her, and she's like, this is like maybe an hour later after
just
the
an
balloon
hour.
came out.
It was really fast.
And she checks, she's like, yeah, your water broke and you're at an 8 now. So I was like, oh, freak. All right. So they're like, let's call your doctor. Let's get her in there. By the way, our doctor is Misha Roby. Really,
She's
really good
amazing.
doctor, based out of Provo.
So-
She came probably about 45 minutes later, and we're sitting there and we're like, yeah, she's at an 8. She's doing good. And Katie's like, I feel like I got to push. And Misha's like, okay, well, let me check you just to double check, see where you're at. She goes in there and she starts checking. She's like, no, you're at a 10, so we're going to get going on this. We're going to be pushing in the next 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, she's
So
like,
they cleared the room out.
Let's go get the room prepped. And at that point, everyone was there.
Yep.
All the family members were there. They're all just so excited. And so they're like, okay, get ready. And right before then, I had actually, like right before my doctor showed up, I had them like increase my level of medicine going through my epidural, I guess. They had like increased it and give me like a whole nother round. So I was super numb when she told me like we're gonna start. And then she kind of showed me what was going to happen. They prepped the room. A bunch of my nurses came in, which I loved. Like throughout the night, they were all switching different nurses. And all the nurses that had been taking care of us actually came in to support us.
It would have been a lot harder on me just being the only one in there with her, but to have this whole team of nurses and all of our family just right there, like holding on to us all, it was just like we had our cheerleaders right behind us, and it was really cool.
And it honestly really helped me when I was pushing. By the time I actually started pushing, I could feel my contractions again. I could feel them, and I kind of like let Valen know, like, okay, because he was in charge of holding my leg and kind of bringing my leg in while I pushed, and it's supposed to just kind of help the baby come out. But it was really nice when I was pushing. They had even told us, they said the first time can take like an hour to 2 hours to push. And I was like, no, I don't. I don't want to do that.
We were like, no, we're gonna get this
I'm
baby
getting this
out.
baby out because
It
was in
took
labor
us,
for so long.
Yeah,
I was
we were in
so
labor
tired.
for 26 hours, and it took us 25 minutes to deliver her.
Everyone was
We're all
just like,
cheering
you
on.
can do it, Katie, you can do it. And I just like centered myself. I was like, okay, I just gotta just push this baby out. And honestly, it
didn't even make a noise too. She was just quiet the entire time, just pushing.
I was really focused.
I was like expecting her to scream or something, or yell, or like at least like make an uncomfortable grunt or something.
I was really focused. Those first probably like 20 minutes, I was really focused, and I was just like freaking bearing down. I was just giving it all I could. At the very end, her head was so close for so long. Like, it was just right there. Like, she was crowning for so long that her heart rate started to drop just a little bit. It wasn't anything too concerning, but it started to drop just a little bit, and I was pushing and giving it all I could, and I still just could not move her, to get her all the way out. And so they're like, you just need to keep pushing, we're not going to give you any breaks. And so at that point, my oxygen dropped, and so they gave me like an oxygen mask to wear. And as soon as they put that oxygen mask on me, it was probably only like 3 more pushes, and then she was out.
Took about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
we delivered her, a little Navy. That's
She
what
was
we named her.
7'3".
7 pounds 3 ounces, and she was 19.5 inches long.
Long little
She's-
girl.
She did awesome, man. She was good.
She was great. This is her now. She's 6 weeks.
6 weeks old now. Oh my
I
goodness.
just had my 6-week follow-up and everything's healed. All the
There she
stitches
is.
are gone. We just kind of woke her up. She still has all of her hair. Very
Yep,
dark
she's
hair.
very, very dark hair.
Say hi, baby.
girl.
See, can you see them?
Can you say hi?
Anyways, this is our little family now, and we
Yeah.
thought you'd just like to see kind of our experience and what we went through to bring her here, but it was 100% worth it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So,
All right, say bye.
have
Bye.
fun, everyone, and good luck with everything.
Yep.